Today on Sara's Weeknight Meals, the picture postcard hills, genial locals, and ancient towns are pretty hard to resist. But what about the tangy cheese, the delicious pasta, and the superb Italian wines? Basically, everything I care about is right here in Tuscany, especially at the impossibly beautiful Villa Dianella.
Dianella was an hunting house of the Medici family, of the Medicis.
Ooh, the Medicis! Owner Veronica Dontrave will show us her historic cellars.
This cellar is here since the 16th century.
We'll join local chef Alessio Bagnoli for a lesson in homemade pasta made with a secret, oh-so-local ingredient.
We drink wine, we cook with wine, and we make also pasta with wine.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Wow!
And if bad puns have no international boundaries, that shouldn't stop you from making this delicious tortelli stuffed with local asparagus and goat cheese.
This is the best tortelli I've ever tasted. To you.
It all ends with a wine-soaked meal al fresco.
Perfecto.
Isn't that the dream?
Of course, I mean, it's Italian.
It's all coming up today on Sara's Weeknight Meals.
I have a toast. It's to great chefs and wonderful assistants.
Okay.
Santé, yes.
Hello, rolling green hills. Hello, medieval towns. Hello, vineyards. Hello, wine and pasta. Hello, Tuscany. This region has been calling tourists for thousands of years, and I'm one of them. That's how I found myself at Villa Dianella near the tiny town of Vinci with owner Veronica Dontrave.
Oh, senti, io mi imprincipiai da bimbettino a studiare in sui cipressi di Dianella, come faceva Ernidio un cardellino, da Renato Fucini, gli studi di Neri.
That's beautiful. And what does that mean?
It means that Renato Fucini, that is a Tuscan poet and writer that used to live in the house before my family...
In this house?
Yes,
Oh.
in this house. Before my family arrived, started to write his novel and poem in the garden of Dianella.
So right here,
Yes.
this book.
Yeah. This is the
Lovely.
book with the collection of all the novel and the sonnets that Renato Fucini wrote while staying in Dianella.
Who is Dianella?
Dianella is the name of this house, the name of this farm that comes from Diana.
Oh, the goddess.
Exactly her.
Okay.
Because originally Dianella was a hunting house of the Medici family, of the Medicis.
Ooh, the Medicis, huh?
Yeah. It dates back to the 16th century.
And how long has your family had this villa?
More or less 100 years now. I
Oh, is
just
that all?
realized that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, very long time. I mean, I'm so lucky.
Yes. And what do you do here?
Dianella is an estate, is a boutique winery located in the smallest area of the Chianti, that is in Montalbano, and mostly we produce good olive oil. Of
Olive
course,
oil as well, too.
Yeah, of course. And a wide selection of wines, reds,
And including this.
including this. I mean, this is our dessert wine
Try some.
that is made with Malvasia lunga del Chianti.
Okay.
It is late harvest.
Oh, I'm excited.
That is very good with dessert, but even when paired with cheese.
That's delicious. And you know, it's funny you mentioned cheese because I brought you some cheese from the United States. It's made by a nun in Connecticut, and it's in the style of Saint-Nectaire. It's a fascinating story.
When you see the transformation of what happens in a cheese cave. That to me is the exciting part. It's kind of a mystery, you know, when something beautiful comes out on the other side. My name is Mother Noella Marcelino. I started the making of Bethlehem cheese at the Benedictine Abbey of Regina Laudis in Bethlehem, Connecticut.
It's not just any cheese, and Mother Noella isn't just any cheesemaker. She's a world expert in the microbiology of cheesemaking, and her story is as unique as her cheese.
I entered the Abbey in 1973 and cooked practically from day one. Lady Abbess knew I loved France, and so she asked me if I would try to make cheese. And I told Lady Abbess I was praying for an old French woman to come and teach me. And actually, a young French woman came 2 days later. And she was amazed that we had the same fungi here in Bethlehem, Connecticut, as she had in the Auvergne.
And that was the start of an extraordinary journey. At a great sacrifice, the Abbey sent Mother Noella, who had never been to college, to get a PhD in dairy microbiology, then a Fulbright to study cheesemaking in France. And what she found is that cheese doesn't need store-bought cultures to ripen because there are thousands of natural strains all around us.
These microorganisms in the environment give this cheese its characteristic flavor, consistency, and appearance. But they're native to my land. So my cheese tastes like our land. You ready?
At the Abbey, it starts with the Dutch belted cows, hand-milked by the nuns.
You are so pretty. What the cow eats is very important. And some of these microorganisms are on the grass. And then that gets transferred to the milk. And we don't pasteurize the milk. So these microorganisms are growing and give our cheese a characteristic flavor of our land. The way we make our cheese, we use an oak barrel. Most cheesemakers would be adding commercial cultures of lactic acid bacteria. But what we do is we depend on the lactic acid cultures from previous batches that are growing in this wood. You want to keep the environment of the barrel close to the cow's body temperature, and that will help us. It's helped the curd to form, but also it's going to help us release the whey from the curd.
The process is slow, breaking the curds, collecting them with a paddle, pressing them by hand in the barrel, then in forms.
You can see that it's very labor intensive, and it's hands-on, and it's very meditative. You have to press one section of that curd consistently and gently. You're trying to make it more solid, but you have to do it gently, and I think you have to be very patient to make this type of cheese. And I think that, in that sense, it teaches you to be more patient.
In the cheese cellar, it rests for 60 days, and there, a miracle of sorts occurs.
We're giving these microorganisms a little home. It's a cheese. They're living in that cheese for their own survival. It's giving them a place, and it's giving them nutrition. This substrate, which is cheese, which is curd, is being degraded by microorganisms. You want to taste some cheese?
Love it.
And it's sort of a leap of faith because you don't know how it's going to turn out. But then when you open a cheese and you smell it or you taste it and others taste it, it's like, what is this? You know, it's a totally other thing. And it makes it all worth it.
We can't finish that whole.
I know. I'm going to die.
And for Mother Noella, that transformation has everything to do with faith.
When I think of myself as a Eucharistic person, our life is based in communion and also living the cycles, the mystery of passion, death, and resurrection. I'm working with, we call it an elemental area, that is kind of showing me the resurrection, you know, because there's a lot of death going on that cheese. But then it's an amazing thing. Some people are afraid to look at death, and of course we all are in many ways. But when you're tasting this product, which is the result of degradation, to me it prepares you for resurrection.
Back in Veronica's kitchen in Tuscany, I had a special treat. I'm cooking with local chef Alessio Bagnoli, and he's showing me how to make pasta with an unexpected but totally local ingredient. So Alessio, what kind of pasta are we making today?
Now we start preparing pasta with red wine. So Chianti pasta with fresh asparagus and goat cheese.
Red wine in the pasta?
Red wine in the dough, yes.
I have never heard of that before. But of course we're in Chianti. What do? You add wine to everything.
We drink wine, we cook with wine, and we make also pasta with wine.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Oh! Okay, then you're bad. All right, so where do we start?
Now we start preparing a sauce, melting butter and fresh sage.
Oh, that's it for the
Yes,
sauce?
just
That's
really
that simple?
simple.
Just 2 ingredients?
Yes.
Wow, I mean, do you think that pan's big enough?
I hope you are really hungry today, so
Well-
we have to make a big plate of pasta. So we start melting the butter, and then we add the sage to make the infusion, to give to the butter the smell of the fresh sage.
Oh, wonderful.
So we start preparing
So just that, how many leaves is that?
just 3 or 4 leaves, because the sage have a strong smell, so we don't need too much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but that's great. So would you get it brown or just melted?
No, just melted, because we have not to cover the taste of asparagus.
So that's the sauce.
That's the sauce ready.
Terrific.
So
Okay.
now we need the pasta.
All right, so now let's move on to the pasta. So we turn that off and park it.
Yes, we are ready.
Okay.
Now you can serve the wine. A little bit for us and a little bit for the pasta.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay.
Okay.
So we start with the flour, and what kind of flour is it?
This is semolina, so durum wheat semolina.
Durum wheat.
Yeah, durum
So
wheat.
it's high gluten content.
Yes, because it is the best flour for making pasta. This is a kilo of flour. We use less eggs because we have to use wine for making the dough.
I see. So if we weren't adding the wine, we would add more eggs. Okay, so go ahead.
So
Let
we
me
can,
watch
we
you.
can start. We can make the volcano.
The volcano.
Yes.
Okay.
And we broke inside 3 eggs. Okay, now we start mixing.
You have to do this with your impeccably clean hands.
Hands or machine, but with the hands it's more fun.
Yes. So you slowly bring in the flour from the outside.
Yes, and now we add also the wine.
Okay, I can do that. How much?
We have to see, we have to reach the right consistency. We can't measure.
So say when. Okay.
I think we use at least half liter.
Half liter, 2 cups that is.
Yes, we can
Okay.
try to mix.
Wow, that's a stunning color.
Yes, we don't measure the wine because we have to touch the consistency of the
Okay,
dough.
so when it feels right.
I think we need more wine.
This is thirsty.
Yes,
thirsty
this is
pasta.
thirsty pasta. But
Very thirsty.
now we can move on the marble.
Oh, we shoved the whole thing on the marble.
Yes,
okay.
we can move on the marble and
Do you want me to move the cutting board elsewhere?
We can move.
To the sink?
Yes.
I'll take it to the sink.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Next time I will be your assistant.
Oh, I like that. But I also love getting a personal pasta lesson. All right, so you tell me where to put the...
Yes, here.
You make another volcano.
Yes, another little bit. Yes.
So you say when?
It's okay.
Looks good.
Yes.
All right, looks
We
good.
make, and then we start. We continue mixing.
You can work up quite a sweat doing this, huh?
If you are not hungry when you start, you are hungry
Okay,
when you finish.
when you're done.
Yes. The dough is ready when you come back with your hands clean.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Yes.
Before you had all the dough on your
Yes,
hands.
because the dough starts really sticky, and when you work it,
Oh, let me see. That's beautiful.
it's ready.
Now we've got the gluten is all tight.
Yes.
So this has to relax for how
Yes.
long?
2 hours, 3 hours at least.
2 to 3 hours.
Yes, yes. You store
Okay.
in the refrigerator, cover, and wait 3 hours.
Okay.
and take a bit after work.
Well, me too. Woof, that was
Yes.
hard. All right, so we can make the filling while that's resting.
Yes, this is ready. We put in the refrigerator and we are ready to prepare the filling.
We start with cheese. What kind of cheese is it?
This is a goat cheese from the Mugello area. Mugello is an area at north of the Tuscany.
Okay, so we have the asparagus. And how did you prepare it?
Okay, we have separated the top of the asparagus.
But you took off the
yes,
bottom
we
top.
take off the bottom because
this
it's
stuff
hard.
this stuff is woody.
I will cook at halfway.
And
the
the top is the garnish,
yes.
and
body
the bottom
is
goes in.
Goes inside here with goat cheese and 1 egg.
Any salt and pepper?
Just a little bit of pepper because we have enough salt in the goat cheese. So
You want me to do the honors?
yes, you can put just a little bit. Okay, it's enough.
So that's it for the filling?
Yes, now we are ready. The dough is rested, so we can start preparing tortelli.
It's tortelli time! Did I tell you I'd never made it before?
But now you can.
No, I'm gonna learn.
can
So
know-
you do it first and then I'll try to do it like you. So you cut a little piece
Okay,
off.
a little piece of dough.
Look at how soft it is
Yes,
after
now
all.
the gluten is become really,
Relaxed.
really soft and
It's like-
relaxed. Yes,
Yeah.
and now we are ready for making.
So you have a lot more flour on the counter.
Yes, we can use now all the flour we need because the flour we use now goes away when we
Should I
cook
just cut
pasta.
another piece like right
Yes.
here? Okay. Might as well do it with you.
When we cook the pasta, all this flour goes away. So,
Okay.
and now we press with the rolling pin. Now we prepare the layer of pasta, and you see that it's ready when you can see the shape of your hand behind the pasta.
I see. Yeah, look
Okay.
at that. Wow. All
So
right.
when you're ready,
Okay, let me catch up to you. Okay, so you start like this and then just roll.
yes. Now we cut the layer of pasta, and we have to make some little square.
So you don't really measure it, you just eyeball it.
Yes, 10 centimeters I think is enough. This is 20, this is more or less.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 inches.
Make it,
We don't do centimeters, you know.
if are not,
How's the shape? How's that?
I think it's okay.
No, you're supposed to say it's great.
When we prepare pasta using the rolling pin, we have to touch. When we use the machine, we select.
It's more consistent.
Yes,
Do you want me to roll it some more?
I think it's enough. I think it's okay.
Okay, but when you use the machine, it's not made with love.
No, this is more funny, and with the machine you can reach every time the same result.
Yeah.
But I
Okay,
think
so love or consistency?
I prefer love.
Me too.
Okay, we make some little square. Now we have some little square with the stuff inside. We close and seal like a little triangle.
You make a triangle.
Yes, and then we round and we make the tortello. Fantastic. Good
Okay,
job.
great. So you
Now,
overlap these two,
yes, okay.
and then you flip them up.
Press.
They come up
Yes,
like that,
it's like a hat.
like a hat.
Yes.
Okay. They don't have to be glued on, just like that.
Fantastic. Good
Okay,
job.
great. I am going to go down to the cellar and meet Veronica and pick us some wine for dinner.
Good idea.
I'm going to let you finish all the hard work since you started.
Okay. See you soon.
5 minutes in boiling water to cook, and then manja. For For as long as they've had vineyards crawling up these Tuscan hills between Pisa and Florence, Veronica Dontreve and her family have aged their wine in this ancient wine cellar beneath their villa.
I love this. It feels very magical.
Strolling its vast hallways is like walking back in time.
It's very, very old.
And if tasting wine is like tasting what happened with the sun and the earth years ago, tasting it here brings you back centuries.
This cellar is here since the 16th century.
Really? And the Medicis stored their wine here.
Yes, and maybe even Leonardo.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Yes,
That guy?
Da Vinci.
Oh,
Yeah.
duh, of course, we're right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And right here is Chianti country. You can almost taste it.
Oh, that is delicious.
Thank you very much. Of course, it's a Chianti.
Well, so explain to me what that means.
Let me show you
Chianti.
something.
I mean,
In order to be sure you have a Chianti, you have to have this label. That is the DOCG. We have a consortium that guarantees the quality of the wine that we produce. And we have to respect several rules in order to get the Chianti. In terms of grapes variety used, 80% minimum of Sangiovese, 2 years in big barrels,
has to be made here.
of course.
Can't be made anywhere else.
No.
Nowhere else
Here,
in Italy.
In the heart of Tuscany.
Tuscany is Chianti territory.
Tuscany is Chianti territory, and Vinci is the territory of Chianti Montalbano.
Nothing goes better with Italian pasta than Italian Chianti, so we grabbed a bottle to drink with our meal.
So did Leonardo really spend time here?
I think so.
Okay.
Who knows anyway?
Our alfresco meal is a family affair, including Veronica's father, Piero Antonio.
Chianti is good with pasta, especially the one made with the Chianti in the dough.
So it's a food-friendly wine.
Exactly.
Well, of course. I mean, it's Italian. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
The
Wow.
result of our hard job. Veronica, I give you the tortelli made by Sara.
Oh,
So-
dear. Oh, dear. Oh, my
No,
tortelli. I was learning, so I'm not sure they were all squished together appropriately. Okay, one is served in all.
You did a great job, Sarah.
Well, it was fun.
Yes. They maybe
They're delicious.
they maybe learn to eat vegetable.
I'm getting the wine in the pasta. That's so cool.
Yes, you can
Taste it.
taste the smell and the taste of the
Flavor
wine,
of
but
our
also the
wine.
consistency of the pasta change.
Perfecto.
Perfect.
To Alessio.
Alessio, you did a
Alessio,
great job,
the-
and Sarah
the
as
Sarah,
well.
Sarah.
Thank you,
Tortelli. Well, I'm
Sarah.
just a
That's
newbie.
the
What can I tell you? Yes. This is just the best thing I've eaten since I've been in Italy, and perhaps the best tortelli ever.
Ever.
Yes, ever.
Yes, because you are in Vinci.
Yes. I love the filling. It's so simple.
So simple but so tasty.
If you have fresh ingredients, very good olive oil, very good wine, very good chef.
Oh, an
the
excellent
service
chef.
Yes, but today we have also a good assistant.
Just saying. Just saying. I have a toast. It's to great chefs and wonderful assistants.
Okay.
Extraordinary. And what do we say? What do we say?
We say with a great wine, and we say Sante.
Sante, Sante. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna chug along. There we go.
It's like a dream, sitting outside in Tuscany, sipping wine and having delicious homemade pasta at a spectacular villa with the beautiful hills in the background. Well, if I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. I'm Sara Moulton. Thanks for joining me on Sarah's Weeknight Meals.